Rosie goes in. A Tender Lady is about to come up. Real Kong is still out, and Rebel Love. An Unreliable Critic having its first start in a race is a short price favourite. And grow a bit of a decent crop out in the centre of this race course when they get the rain. I remember that not that many years ago. I had a canola crop, and all you could see basically was the colours of the jockeys' caps as they went down the back. The canola was that tall. Now here comes Rebel Love, but gee, it's a terrific looking wheat crop there. You reckon it's going to go? I reckon it'll be going over 20 bags an acre. Of course, it's all in the laps of the gods too, because things can go awfully wrong in the cropping game, but at this stage things are looking good around here. Okay, so Unreliable Critic, the first starter and favourite in this race, goes up. Almost set to go, stand by. Yanning Earth Moving sponsored Osprey Maiden Handicap. Unreliable Critic, the jockey, is standing on the uprights. Gets his feet back in the stirrups or the irons now. Red light continues to blink here. The Tender Lady often shows plenty of early speed. Off and racing now. And Red Card Rosie led in the early stages, but a Tender Lady goes very fast on the outside to take it on. Rebel Love got the third, then Northern Excel. Unreliable Critic, the favourites, back second last, and at the tail was Real Kong. A lot of pace on Red Card Rosie, taken on by a Tender Lady as they race down the side here. They're out by about 5 lengths to Rebel Love. Unreliable Critic is starting to pick up ground now. The next one, Northern Excel, and Real Kong is at the tail of the field, racing up around the home turn. A Tender Lady got the lead over Red Card Rosie. Rebel Love, Unreliable Critic are ducked in behind them now. Rebel Love out wide is coming after a Tender Lady. A Tender Lady, Red Card Rosie. Rebel Love on the outside. Unreliable Critic is starting to get home well now. Rebel Love, Unreliable Critic is trying to squeeze through a gap. Rebel Love in front, and Rebel Love beat Unreliable Critic. A Tender Lady third, then Red Card Rosie followed in by Northern Excel and Real Kong together at the tail. Rebel Love, another winner for Connie Gregg, and top jockey Leandro Ribeiro. I'd say that the horse Unreliable Critic, the first starter, I'd say it might be winning a few races. Really showed its inexperience, that galloper. Wanted to duck in behind them at the top of the straight. Arthur Pollock went searching for a run. It's come squeezing through a gap, but the bird had flown in the shape of Rebel Love. 5-year-old chestnut mare by Dissonant out of Excess Love, as we stand by for the numbers to come up on race 3. Here's the judge Rob Brown with the placings here, and the numbers are, Rob? 2516. 2516.
1 by half.
1 length by a half.
57.64. Hand time.
57.64. They're all hand timed, the races here today. 57.64. 1 length by a half length. Numbers 2516. Number 2, Rebel Love, ridden by Leandro Ribeiro for Connie Gregg. Second goes to number 5, Unreliable Critic, trained by Nicky Pollock, ridden by Arthur Pollock. Third to number 1, A Tender Lady, trained by Wayne Prisk, ridden by Zara Lewis. And fourth went to number 6, ran fourth. And number 6, I think that was Real Kong. Red Card Rosie ran fourth. Number 6, Red Card Rosie was fourth.